Hey YouTube, JGreen302. Guess we're going to call this one, I think it's Miscellaneous 4. If not, Miscellaneous 5 or whatever it is. Random thoughts that are too small to make a video on, but a collection of them makes an interesting video. Couple of things here recently have had me constantly thinking and seeing the world from a shit hits the fan perspective view. Everyday items. Something that got my attention is something triggered the first thought, and from then on out I started thinking in terms of everyday. What are we overlooking? So here we go. So you are prepping. You are packing away food goods, and you're stocking ammo, and you've got your gun collection, yada, yada, yada. Well, a couple of interesting thoughts. Pop quiz. You got a lock and gas cap? If you overlook that one, you're missing the boat. Because gasoline will be the first thing that everybody goes after. You might want to look into getting a lock and gas cap. I mention this because I've never heard anybody mention it. So, I mention it. What else? Highways, major roads, and your location to them. If we have a debilitating shit hits the fan scenario where it's not an economic collapse, but it's more of the EMP nature, you might want to take a good look at a map, think about this on your drive to and from work, and realize that every major highway, every major road is a refugee walking path. If you are on a major road, when people start mass migrating, when the people in the big cities have to leave because there's so few trees, there's no wildlife, there's no nothing. It's just too many people packed in a concrete jungle. It's not survivable. They're going to march. And when they march, they're not going to be walking through fields. They're going to be walking down the roads. Imagine 9,000 people a day passing your house, camping in your front lawn, sleeping for the night, and wondering what in the hell is in your house. If you think that this is an over-dramatic statement, I would refer to you the last 20 years of images of refugees hauling ass out of a country where fighting has started. They're all walking. And they park wherever they want, they poop wherever they want, they pee wherever they want, and you can just imagine what kind of a problem that can be. You might want to seriously think about that aspect. Another little point. Hand tools. If the electric goes out for periods of 6 months or more, maintenance and repair of what you have is going to be paramount. There is no replacement parts. There is no convenience of Walmart to go replace items. Your cordless drills, your corded drills, your chop saws, all these things, useless. Do you have a hand drill? Do you have a handsaw? Do you have a hacksaw? Do you have blades? Do you have chisels? Do you have a draw knife? Do you have drill bits? Do you have spare nails? Do you have spare screws? Do you have a stockpile of things that will not be easily replaced? What if you needed to build something? You really might want to make sure that you have hand tools. They're not very expensive. They don't take up that much space. And anybody that's seen Dick Pernenke in the Alaska films, you start to see the point. Non-breakable cookware. Most specifically, glasses. Drinking glasses. Amazon's got anodized retro 6 or 8 drinking cups that are anodized aluminum. I think for about $20. You might want to look into a couple of these things, because in an extended period, every broken glass is just broken glass, and it will never become a drinking glass again. If this is what you want to drink your cold water out of, go ahead. But breakable utensils are something to consider. How long does your Teflon coated pan last? An iron skillet is an iron skillet for the next 100 years. But a Teflon Paula Deen being used in ways it was never intended may not last you as long as you think. So, ruggedized gear. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, and it all depends on your individual situations, but in my case, what I did is I studied a lot of the ultralight camping. So all of my cookware, my cookers, my utensils, my bowls, my cups, everything, are all titanium. And the reason I did this is just in the event that I have to bug out, my cook kit goes with me. This is how I can boil water. This is how I prep food. Food and water are items number 1 and number 2 on my priority list. Without them, I die. So my cook kit has to be something that no matter what, the gun and the ammo have to go with me. I can work everything else out. But if you are a family, if you're bugging in, there's no replacements. There's no Walmart. So unbreakable items might be a very interesting thing that you might want to think about. Now, the last one, and this is the second time I've made this video because I never posted the first one. I knew I'd missed something. Trash. It's so simple. Today I was driving home. I was coming back from Lowe's, working on a little project, and it's trash night. And I come through the development, and sure enough, everybody's got their trash cans out. And I could tell you everything about what these people are purchasing from everything I saw sitting out on the road. Just like any thief or criminal, if you put a 65-inch HD 3D TV box out at the curb and I see it, I know what's in your house. Now, again, nobody has actually covered this subject that I've ever seen in the last year. Have a plan for your trash. You got all that Mountain House food and you got all these cans of stuff. You might want to make sure that those cans never make it into a visible area. Because if people see 6 or 8 cans sitting, in a trash pile, because trash isn't going to get picked up, if they see that, that means they know you stockpiled food, and you become an instant target. So, my last little tip here is to pay very close attention and have spent some time thinking about trash. I'll tell you, even I had not gone down that thought road until it hit me when I saw the trash out, and I realized I I don't know, because if you have cans, you better have a lot of water because you're going to want to rinse them out. If you leave food particulate in those cans and leave them sitting there, they're going to mold, they're going to mildew, they're going to look like a petri dish, they're going to stink. What do you do with them? Put them outside? Don't know. Put them in the garage. That might be an idea. That just brings me to another thought. If you have an electric garage opener, you want to make sure that you understand how to make it work when the electric doesn't work either. But then if you pile all your trash in the garage and you open that door and somebody sees, you start to get my point. Think about some of the most simplest common ideas. And the problem right now is that this is what everybody's worried about. With good reason. I can understand it. They're worried about food and ammunition and guns. But it's the stupid little things that are going to get you killed. Hope you appreciate this one. Thanks for listening.